particularly a couple of pieces of work that we did looking at brucellosis testing in human hospitals have had a direct influence on the just released national strategy for prevention and control of brucellosis in Kenya. And I believe and feel strongly that it's important for this kind of applied One Health research to be driven partly by the priorities of the country and to help guide those priorities at the same time. And therefore working with national institutions and partners is really key in that. And the national partner who we've worked most closely with in Kenya is the Zoonotic Disease Unit, which is the One Health coordinating office in Kenya. And they have been responsible for developing the national brucellosis strategy that I've just highlighted. Similarly, the Zoonotic Disease Unit were behind the establishment of the strategic plan for elimination of human rabies in Kenya, and a number of pieces of work that we've done have either fed directly into the development of that national strategy or been guided by that national strategy's direction, and the work that we've done has in some sense shifted in order to accommodate the prioritization process that national strategy lays out. This specifically for rabies, where there's a strong engagement across both national and subnational policy actors. Okay. A big part of the work that we do is on feeding back to the communities who participate in our research. We never go do research and leave again with our results and not come back to the community. We spend a lot of effort and a lot of resources feeding back to the community at large, the people who participate in the work, or to the professional communities who help us gather the data or who provide important access to the communities who we are working with. And I want to highlight and thank the many communities with whom we've worked for their intimate collaboration. I won't show it now, but part of that has been the development of tools to inform the community about specific issues. And on this YouTube link is a specific example of a training video that we developed for antimicrobial resistance, which has been very widely distributed in Kenya, and in fact has been adopted by the national AMR strategy as a means of providing AMR education in public sector hospitals. And so really where I want to finish is just to say that a lot of the focus of the work that we do is on smallholder agricultural systems and understanding the interactions between humans, livestock, and the environment in those smallholder systems, but understanding that those smallholder systems are part of a much bigger world where the environment is impacted by those systems, where those systems are impacted by the environment, and where human populations who live very distant from those smallholder populations have a big impact in defining how those smallholder systems are structured and designed in a changing demographic world, and also how those smallholder systems impact on populations far away, for example, in urban settlements. So it's really about taking a very holistic view of the world in which agriculture and human well-being exist, and dissecting the different elements of that and understanding each element in on its own, but then also bringing those different elements together and understanding how they impact on the bigger whole. And that, for me, is really what One Health is all about. So with that, I'd like to finish, and thank you very much for your attention. And I look forward to collaborating with those people who are attending this conference in the future. Thank you very much.
All right. So that is the presentation from Prof. Eric. Quickly, we are going to go to Dr. Dismas Ongore. He's a co-investigator from University of Nairobi, One Health Project. So, Doctor, welcome. And Doctor, feel free to ask us some questions so that we don't sleep in the process, because it's afternoon and we've just had a heavy lunch. Thank you.
So, salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Suba wa naksane. Sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah, suba wa naksane. Bonjour. Bonjour. Ndema madrasha keme hadirki abarigani and then bonjour. I beg that I put on my mask and then I'll continue, please, if you allow me. Yes. So those are the countries that were in the Horn project at its beginning. Those were the 6 countries. The greetings that I mentioned. Those were the 6 languages of the Horn. And Horn, as I said, I was there from the beginning during the proposal development with Professor Eric, Professor Matthew Baylis, the principal investigator, and Eric and myself and others. So we were there right from the planning stages. And then Horn was launched at the University of Nairobi in February 2018. That is when the Horn project was launched, in the presence of some of the people you saw there, Professor Eric, Professor Matthew is the principal investigator, Eric is the chair of Horn Kenya, and some other people who are here.